Welcome everybody to the Commission Recapture for our meeting that was held on Tuesday, September 24th. I have with me Hannah Gard from Weber County Sheriff's Office and Sean Wilkinson, who is our Community Development Director. So a couple of things I wanted to highlight on the agenda had to do with these two, and I will start with Sean. This agenda item was a consent item for a modification to an agreement. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Sean?
Yeah, back in 2019, the county partnered with the Forest Service on a grant application, and this will bring some much needed improvements to Causey Reservoir. So on both Wheatgrass and Skullcrack, and then the main Causey Road coming in, we'll do some rehab on those, some paving, new rock walls, drainage improvements, really just to provide a much better experience at Causey as far as the access goes. One other thing that we're doing there is realigning the main entrance to the dam, so it flows a lot better, and it'll provide a much safer in and out there. In working with the Bureau of Reclamation and the federal government, we are also looking at potentially replacing the spillway bridge. There's another grant application going in for that, so that's something that we're keeping our fingers crossed for, which will be a huge improvement for access up at Causey. The county is contributing some money to this project. Total cost is about $13 million, and we're really excited. Construction will take place in 2026, that's what we're anticipating. So yeah, great project.
It is a great project, and we saw this at a work session. I was impressed by the amount of money contributed by the federal government.
Yes.
Like, that's a huge investment that will impact our residents, and we have a lot of visitors from outside of our county, but our residents who use Causey. I was impressed. Yeah. It's a good project and a great grant. So. All right, and I invited Hannah to talk about a new fee schedule. This was just a first reading of an ordinance for the county about the fee schedule at the Sheriff's Office. So tell us a little bit about that, and GRAMA.
Yes.
You'll have to tell us what the acronym means, GRAMA.
So GRAMA is our Government Records Access Management Act. It basically gives people the right to request records from our office. We had a fee schedule in place for a long time, but it was very broad, and with the amount of GRAMA requests that we're getting now, and the amount of cases that we're dealing with and high-profile cases, we thought we probably ought to clean it up and make it a little bit more specific to each case that they're requesting, and help kind of make that process a little bit more streamlined and not be so broad in our fees.
Yeah, and what that does, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it makes it a little more fair to the general taxpayer of the county, because everyone has the right to see government records, right? And,
yes.
and in the Sheriff's Office, there's a lot that's redacted before that's released. And
right.
so that's a lot of work. So in the past, you may have requested body cam footage for a whole case. And if that takes 20 hours to research and redact and get ready to give to the requester, 20 hours of research is a lot of resources from our office, from
right.
your office. And so that's just paid for by taxpayer dollars. What this does, and it's allowed by law, is we can charge by the hour,
right, for
the person who has the ability, the lowest paid person who has the ability to do that.
Right.
And so it really recovers that cost from the requester instead of making the general taxpayer pay for that. So it's a lot more equitable, and so I appreciate your work in cleaning that up, and I think it's going to be beneficial. So thanks for joining me, you two, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.